All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Business Credit Builder. My name is Noel A. Booker Sr. At Business Credit Builder, what we do is help entrepreneurs build their business credit and access funding. So like, I've been doing this for like 5 years or more now. And, you could consider me like a broker of lending for small business. Not only that, if your business can't get approved for lending, I know how to get you started and build up your business credit so you can get funding, even if you're starting from scratch, right? Okay, because that's how I was. I started from scratch out here. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is how to get $250,000 in business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social, and easily get business loans and credit lines. All right, I'm going to share my screen so y'all can see this stuff. Let's do that. And if y'all could put in the chat, if you can hear me and you know where the chat is, put in the type of business that you operate. All right. And we're going to share this screen up. Okay. So now you should be able to see my desktop fully. And the name of this presentation is how to get $250,000 in business credit for your EIN. It's not linked to your social and easily get business loans and credit lines. I'm going to go pretty fast because I got a bunch of stuff to cover in a little bit of time, right? So you can take screenshots, or you can check the replay on the YouTube channel. And if you're watching on the YouTube channel, go ahead and click the like and subscribe and all that stuff, comment, right? And here we go. Once again, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr. And you see my contact information is up there right now. But there's 3 buttons at the bottom, right? The green button is how you can get a free guide on how to build business credit. This is how you get a free guide on how to get business credit. You go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. Okay. And I'm gonna give you some more websites, but most of them are going to start with the businesscreditbuilder.us, and it's going to be /something, right? So the blue button is how you get a free business credit consultation. That's to talk to us about the services we provide, from building business credit, assessing your financial position, accounting, websites, and the sort, okay? The red button is if you feel that you can get approved now, then you would go to /get funding. And you can see all the options that we have available. Actually, that page is, it don't have everything, but there's a bunch of stuff out there, right? Okay. Let me just give you some background on who I am. My name is Noel A. Booker, and you could Google that. I was born in New York, went to Morehouse. I worked in corporate accounting when I got out of Morehouse, right? But I've always been entrepreneurial and started my own business called Media Net USA, and we do websites, bookkeeping and accounting at Media Net USA. And now I talk about business credit and getting loans, getting money for businesses, okay? What we will cover today, how you can get business credit within 7 days or less that's linked to your EIN, not your social, even if you're a startup or have bad personal credit now, then immediately start using them to get the credit you want and need, even from major sources like Target, Walmart, Staples, Lowe's, Visa, MasterCard, and more. How you can access loans, even as a startup, have credit challenges, or lack collateral. Okay? Most people fail trying to get money and grow their business. Most people try to get money from their bank when they need money. Most don't know that EIN credit can be built regardless of personal credit quality. Many apply for credit in the wrong order. Let me comment on that. Building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step that I'm gonna give you is needed for the next step. So you can't skip steps, all right? Many entrepreneurs don't know that money is available based on business strengths. This seminar is for you if you're looking for money to start or grow a business, or you want to build credit that's not linked to your social. Okay? Okay, let's start. What is business credit? What is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score for its EIN number. This credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's ability to pay. The business can qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, and more. Why business credit is awesome. These are the benefits of business credit. And make sure you check out the hashtag. Hashtag business credit is real. That's also the name of the blog and the Spotify podcast that we have. Okay, so business credit has no effect on your personal credit. No personal guarantee is needed to build business credit. Business credit building is fast. Business credit building is fast. You can use business credit to offset your current expenses. You can increase approval amounts with better rates and terms if you have business credit. No collateral, cash flow, or good credit is needed in order to build business credit. Okay. Every successful business in America has business credit. Okay? If you're operating a business, you should have business credit. Every successful business in America has business credit. Okay? Now, what you're looking at now is what anybody can see for free. You would go to the Experian website, and there's a place to put your business name and address, and you can see information like this for free. All right, this one is Facebook Incorporated. They're from Menlo Park, California. But the piece that I want to bring to your attention is the trade lines. Trade lines. They got 40 trade lines. Let's go over what a trade line actually is, just so that we're on the same page, because this is like the basis for building up business credit, is understanding what a trade line is. So let's get on the same page. So this is what a trade line is. A trade line is when you go to a company and they give you an account on credit, right? That means you go buy something on credit, you don't have to pay it right then. So let's say we go in, we buy something on credit. That means we got the item, they gave us an invoice so we know when to pay it and all that stuff, right? So we got the item. Now it's time to pay it. We pay the item. Then this is what happens. This company that gave us the credit, after we paid for this item, they're going to send a report to the business credit reporting agency that they report to. It could be Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, or Equifax. They're going to send that report to them. And the report is going to say, XYZ company, they got an account with us. They have X amount of limit with us. They made a purchase and they paid it off in X amount of days. They're going to send that report to the business credit reporting agencies, and the business credit reporting agencies is going to put it on your business credit profile. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. Does anybody have any questions about what a trade line is? Any questions? Any questions? No, no questions? Everybody's good on that then. You can raise your hand, you can put it in the box, whatever. Okay, so y'all good on that. All right, let's go. Okay, Redmond, this is Microsoft. They got 131 trade lines, right? Now, check this out. Walmart. Walmart is the king of business credit, right? Check it. So this is what Walmart does. They're gonna go to Bounty and say, Bounty, let me get, hey Bounty, let me get a truckload of toilet paper, right? The owner of Walmart, he's not gonna go in his pocket and pay for this. He's not gonna call the accounting department and tell them to cut a check for this. The toilet paper is gonna show up at the store. They're gonna put the toilet paper on the shelf. We're gonna go in there and buy that toilet paper. Then they take our money and they're gonna pay the bill. And Bounties are gonna say, hey, you did that good, here's 5 truckloads. And they do that over and over again. 513 vendors, trade lines tell you that they got some business credit popping, right? So this is how business is done. Even at the small business level, the corner store, right? The corner store. I don't know why my can keep going down, but the corner store, when the bread delivery comes, they're not going to pay for that bread right then. They're counting how many units came in, how many units went out. This is how business is done, okay? Now, how we can help. The business credit builder is powered by the Business Finance Suite. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high-tech software helps you build your business credit to access high-limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding through hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs, okay? Okay, how do you build business credit? Well, let's see, who's in here? We got Allison, Miss Allison is in here. Maisha got a law firm, all right. Christy got a nonprofit. Sean's private transportation services in the building. Oh snap, Althea got accounting. Richie got an LLC popping. And Tamika is in the building. Oh, she do eco-friendly, sustainable medical scrubs, accessories, and supplies. All right, we got a well-rounded crowd out here. All right, lawyers, accountants, stuff. Oh, snap. All right. Okay, how do you build business credit? That's what they asked me. How do you build business credit? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Like I said before, each step is needed for the next step. This first step I'm gonna tell you about, I really call it credibility. Gregory says he does access recovery. I don't know what that is. All right, I'm gonna find that out later though. You better believe it. All right, so bust it. All right, here we go, y'all. Okay, this first step, fundability. I also call it credibility, right? A business owner. As a business owner, you may begin to hear the word fundability a lot. It may come from lenders, various media platforms, or your own current creditors. What is fundability? The ability of your business to get funding. When lenders consider funding your business, does it appear to them to be a good idea to make the loan? What do they look at to make the determination? How does the business become fundable? When a lender considers lending to your business, do they feel that you are a high risk? Do you appear to be a business that can and will pay the debt? Lenders are in it for the money, right? So you don't, in all actuality, you don't have to be a business that can pay the bill. You just have to appear to be able to pay the bill, all right? Assessed. Oh, asset require recovery. Okay, I got you. Okay. What is fundability and how does a business become fundable? Yeah, I got you. So how does a business become fundable? When a lender considers lending to your business, do they feel that you are a high risk? Do you appear to be a business that can and will pay pay back the debt? Okay. To start, you have to make sure your business is set up properly. Okay. And let me tell you something. This first step right here, fundability, credibility, setting up your business properly is the most important step. This is the most important step. This is the most important step, all right? This simple stuff, this simple ABC stuff, all right? So a great business score is important. In addition, there are many other aspects that are necessary for fundability as well. Yeah, Greg, it works for that, no doubt. Holding company. All right. All right. A great business credit score is important. In addition, there are many other aspects. Okay. What is fundability and how does a business become fundable? A potential creditor needs to see that your business is legitimate and profitable. Many loan applications are denied approval due to fraud concerns. Others simply because something didn't match up and threw up a red flag on the application, right? Maybe the address or the phone number didn't match up right on a couple of reports and it just looks unprofessional. If you understand what fundability is and how to get it, you can shut down any such red flags before they become a problem, okay? Okay, the fundability. The foundation of fundability is how your business is set up. It has to be set up to appear to be a fundable entity separate from you, the owner. Okay, these are the points that you need right here. Take notes, screenshot, do what you need to do. Business name, business address, business phone, EIN number, DUNS number, website, business email address. All right, I'm pausing so y'all can get that. That's the foundation right here. All right. Okay. All right. Contact information. All right. Here goes some more information you're going to need to know. Contact information. The first step in setting up the foundation of fundability is to ensure your business has its own business phone number. This business phone number needs to be a local number and listed with the National 411 directory. If you already have a business phone number, then you can list it at listyourself.net. Okay. This is a necessary piece, having this local number listed with National 411. Okay, necessary. This is not the step that you skip. Okay. That's the necessary, the local number, but having a fax number and a toll-free number is not as necessary, but this is how they do it. On the application, they will check your main business number that you put in there and see if it's listed. They will check. Now, having a fax number and a toll-free number just makes it look like you're more credible. Okay? It's not needed. Like I say, the local number listed is needed. The fax number and the 800 number, it just makes you look like you're more credible. And that's how they think. I don't think like that, but that's how they think, all right? And you have to have a business address, right? Let me see something. Oh no, Greg, they didn't stop using, oh no. The DUNS number is in full effect, okay? The DUNS number is in full effect. I'm gonna talk to you about it in a minute, all right? Now, the business address, here we go. There are 3 options for selecting a business address for your business. There are no options after the 3, I'm gonna tell you. The first option is a brick and mortar, right? You need to have an address that you can accept packages. The second option is to have a virtual office address. Now, a lot of my clients get the virtual office address because they don't want to share their home address where they have their family and stuff like that. They don't want to share this information with everybody they're going to do business with, right? So sometimes some of my clients, they do the virtual office address. The third option is the home address, and that's the last resort. Okay, and that's the home address is the last resort because creditors do not perceive home-based businesses as being credible, but they look at this on a case-by-case basis. For example, if you're doing hair from the house, right? Something that seems legitimate that you can do from the house. Doing hair from the house is, they might be able to pay that bill. That sounds reasonable, paying, they doing hair from the crib, they could pay that bill. But let's say you're a big trucking company, right? You got all these trucks. Well, it would not look right if you had all these trucks at the house, right? So they're really trying to see if this makes sense. It's what I call a smell test, right? They just sniffing around to see if they can find something to decline you, right? They're just trying to figure out the smell test, right? And one thing to know is that on your Dun & Bradstreet business credit report is a Google Maps picture of your business address. So they're looking right at your business address when they're deciding to make this loan to you or to give you an account or whatever it is. They're looking right at your crib, okay? And they're trying to do the smell test. Does this look right? Okay, so just so you know. So that's the 3 options for your business address. Okay, now, all right, the 3 options, I'm gonna run back over them. The brick and mortar, the virtual address, and the home address. Now, this is my go-to for the telephones, for that local telephone number. The local telephone number, these are the options: Freedom Voice, Ring Central, Vonage. Now, all of these is gonna do you good, but my go-to is Freedom Voice because they're gonna give you a local number for $9.95 a month, and they're gonna list it for $3 per month. And they're gonna give you a local a fax number and an 800 number for under $20 a month. Boom. You get that, you can forward it to your cell phone or your home or whatever. Now, one thing to note is that you cannot use as your main business number any cell phone number or your home telephone line. Okay, can't do it. Right? So, but you can get one of these numbers from Freedom Voice and forward it to however you operate, right? Okay, I see something in the chat box. I'm gonna get to you in a minute. Okay, right here is the go-to for the virtual office address, Da Vinci Virtual Office Solutions. All right. Okay, what happens with these virtual office addresses is that there are a bunch of these companies out there, right? There's 100 in 5 miles of you. Wherever you are, there's 100 of them. Now, the thing is, a lot of these companies, they give you an address that they already gave a couple hundred businesses. You don't want that. You want a unique address for your business, right? So go to this website, /vendors, businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and you'll see the Da Vinci logo. You'll see a telephone number to call, a person to ask for, and there's specific verbiage on how to order the right product. Okay? Because what they do is they send a particular form to the post office so they can get you this unique address. Okay? That's important. You can't have the same address as 100 other businesses. That when they figure that out, you messed up in the game. Okay? Okay. Okay, that's Da Vinci. All right, before we go on to the EIN number, let's see what's up in the chat. Miss Allison said, at least you have the land to put it on. You talking about the telephone number? I thought they, Gregory says, I thought they switched from Dunn's to the unique entity ID. I know nothing about the unique entity ID. All right. I know about the Dunn's number. Okay. Allison, what you talking about? The local number? Turn on your mic.
I was talking about when you was talking about you can't use your business as where your home address. I meant to say unless you have the land, you can put your truck on. You know, you
Oh,
can put
unless you got the land to put your truck on.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. So if you're a single trucker, you're a trucker and you got one truck, then that
Yeah.
seems logical. You need a place to park your stuff, and my property is big enough to do that. So cool,
Yeah.
right?
I didn't mean to
They're looking more for fraud, right? Where
right.
you see what I'm saying? They're looking more for fraud type of situations, right?
Right.
So you good. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Gregory says, check out the government stopped using Duns and Brad on April 4th, 2022. Yo, I don't know nothing about this number you're describing. And my Duns number and all of my clients' Duns number and all the vendors that report to Duns still do.
Yeah, I
So
still do too. I still
they
have
still
my
do,
dance number too.
so and I'll let you know, I'm on this all the time. So, and I don't know what a unique entity ID number is. So cool. We'll learn something. I'm a research that and see what the skizzle is, right? But I'm gonna tell you, I definitely know what I'm talking about. And if I don't know, I'm gonna let you know that I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you something I don't know. And if I tell you something, I know it for real. For real, for real. Right? Okay. Okay, bet. All right, so cool. All right, let's move forward. EIN number. I'm not going to spend that much time on the EIN number, but I'm going to tell you two things that you need to know about the EIN number. One thing, in order to build business credit, you need an EIN number. Number two is free, so don't pay for it. All right. Don't be calling me talking about, yo, I paid $70 for my EIN number. All right, don't do it. All right. You must incorporate. Go to the Secretary of State, register your name, right? In Georgia, it costs $100. In Florida, $250 or something. Cali costs almost $800. All right. This is an important step of fundability thus far. Incorporating your business as an LLC, S Corp, or corporation is necessary to fundability. It lends credits to your business as one that is legitimate. It also offers some protection from liability. When you set up your name, they will ask you to select an entity. What you need to know is that if you select a proprietorship or a partnership, you are personally liable for anything that happens with this business. So you should be selecting an LLC or a corporation. Okay, cool. Now, once you got your certificate from the Secretary of State and you have your EIN number, then you want to run over and get your your bank account. All right. We're not to the DUNS part yet. All right. Get your bank account. All right. You need a separate dedicated bank account so you can keep track of your finances and keep them separate from your personal finances for tax purposes. Most vendors and lenders require a business to have a business bank account in order to even be approved. So on a lot of these applications, they're going to have a place to put your bank account number and your bank account name and your bank account number, where they're just verifying that you do have a business bank account. Okay, licensing. What is fundability? It is being a legitimate business. For a business to be legitimate, it has to have all the necessary licenses it needs to operate. The most common mistake is having the appropriate license, but having an old address on that license. Okay, so that's a red flag right there. If they see an old address any place or an old telephone number any place when they search your name, that could cause a red flag. Do the research you need to do to ensure that you have all the licenses necessary to legitimately run your business at the federal, state, and local levels. Okay? All right. Sylvia, Greg may be referring to the sam.gov. That is where the unique ID is used. That sounds correct, right? And that's when you're getting government contracts right there, right? I believe. And Chandra says, sam.gov do have unique ID, yes, indeed. Okay, that's what it is. And that is separate from a DUNS number, right? So a DUNS number, just so I ain't get to that point yet. Let me get to that part. Okay. I still got some more stuff to talk about. All right. Website. We need a business website and a business email. Okay. Lenders and creditors will deny you if you don't have a website. You need to have yourbusiness.com. All right. Spend the time necessary to ensure your website is professionally designed and works well. Your business needs a dedicated business email address. Make sure it has the same URL as your website. Don't use a free service, okay? So don't use Big Booty Judy at Yahoo, right? They want to see you use your name at or support or info at yourbusiness.com. That's what they want to see. This is simple, basic stuff, right? but it's good to understand how they're thinking. They don't want to see you do business from a free email service. You could be anybody, okay? Okay, got a website? Okay, my company, MediaNet USA, has what we call the all-inclusive small business web hosting package. It includes all of this stuff here: domain registration, 12 months web hosting, website design, monthly updates, unlimited emails, expert customer support, and internet consultation. Okay, starting at $350. And I got the homeboy hookup going on for today only. So if you need a website, we'll hook you up for $250. All right, so boom. And in order to set up your to talk about your website, right, you can call the 404-981-5046, or you can schedule the free business credit consultation, right? All right, that's for the website. Okay, what is fundability? It is business credit reports. You'll need to understand the importance of your business credit reports and how to read them. The business credit reports are the blueprint for tracking your trade lines, okay? Your business credit reports is the blueprint for tracking your trade lines. The most popular business reporting agencies are Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. Okay, those are the three most important. All right. You can go to this website, businesscreditbuilder.us/reports, and you'll see these three logos that are linked to their respective locations where you could put your business name in and address and find out if they have a report on you now. Okay. Okay. Other business data agencies. In addition to the business credit reporting agencies that directly calculate and issue credit reports, there are other business data agencies that affect those reports indirectly. Okay? A lot of people don't know about this stuff here. LexisNexis and the Small Business Finance Exchange. Research those. These two agencies gather data from a variety of sources, including public records. This means they could even have access to information relating to automobile accidents, liens, and more. While you may not be able to access or change the data these agencies have on your business, you can ensure that any new information they do receive is positive. Enough positive information can help counteract any negative information from the past. Okay? Okay. In addition to the EIN number, there are identifying numbers that go along with your business credit reports. When considering what is fundability, you need to be aware that these numbers exist. Some of them are simply assigned by the agency, like the Experian BIN. So for Experian, they assign you the business identification number, okay? At Dun & Bradstreet, you have to apply for a DUNS number. And the DUNS number is an identifying number that directly relates that identifies your business, that is directly related to your address. Okay? The DUNS number, it's only used to identify your business, and it is directly related to your address. Okay? So, and I'm gonna tell you this, the DUNS number is absolutely free, okay? So what happens is when you apply for that DUNS number, it takes about a month to get it. And in that time, they're gonna call you and email you, and they will convince you that you have to pay for this DUNS number, that you have to buy something or something. Now, the things that they do sell are good products, but the products they sell only affect your Dun & Bradstreet score, okay? What is fundability? Business credit history. Your credit history has everything to do. Your personal credit history, that's what this page should say, your personal credit history. And the reason why I got this, and I'm not going to spend that much time on this, but I want to say this, is that you can access money with, and your personal credit just shot out to hell, right? You can get money just from scratch with your EIN number, right? But having personal credit gives you access to more funding, okay? That's what this section is about, how fundable you are. So with personal credit, you get access to more money, okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right. Align your business information correctly. This is a problem because a ton of loan applications are turned down each year due to fraud concerns or simply because things don't match up. Okay? So the things that I went over, all that stuff, when you fill out an application for a loan, all this stuff has to line up exactly every place. All right? So you can eliminate this as being a reason they declined you. Because with business credit, they don't have to ask you permission to view your business credit reports. And when they decline you, they don't have to tell you why. Okay? So if you got this stuff set up right from the beginning, you know that if they declined you, it's not this stuff. Okay? So exact business legal name, business address, business phone listed, address listed with the IRS for your EIN number, insurance, your licenses, your website, bank account, all of that stuff needs to have the right information. The key to this piece of business fundability is to monitor your business reports frequently. When it comes to business credit reports, you can monitor them through reporting agencies directly or save money when you do business with us. So those business credit reporting agencies, right? They're in the business of getting information, repackaging this information and selling it. They'll sell you your business credit reports for $100 a month, about $100 a month, right? So my clients, when you do business with me, I got the $25 hookup for all three per month, $25 per month for all three reports, all right? So that's saving you a little change, right? Okay. So here we go. Both your personal and business tax returns need to be in order to be the most as fundable as you can possibly be, okay? Now, I know startups won't have this stuff, right? But I've still got to cover it so you can know how fundable you need to look, right? So you need to have business financials. A fundable business maintains financials monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Having financial statements on demand lends credits to the legitimacy of your business. Personal tax returns. Often, tax returns for the previous 3 years will suffice. Get a tax professional to prepare them. This is the bare minimum you will need. Other information lenders may ask for include check stubs, bank statements, among other things. Okay? Now, this just told more about the FICO score. We already took. All right, I discussed that. We're gonna skip that. All right. So, how fundable are you? All right. If you think about all the stuff, how fundable are you with all the stuff we went over? Right. Make sure everything is lined up correctly. All right. Now, look at this chart right here. I see there's a couple questions in the chat, but look at this chart right here. This chart has every single thing that affects how fundable your business can be. All the stuff on the left is your credibility points. Like even what industry you're in affects how much money you can access, your business name, your business 411 listing, your time in business, your EIN number, website, all that stuff on the left. And on the right-hand side, you got your application process. You got your financial statements. You got your business credit reports. All of that stuff affects your fundability. Let's see what we got here. Greg, you used to be able to get it in 3 days. When was connected to the government? You're talking about the DUNS number, right? You're absolutely correct. But this is how it goes, right? If you're just applying for your DUNS number, they got this question. And the question says, are you applying for your DUNS number so that you can apply for, so you can qualify for government contracts? If you say yes, you get your DUNS number in 3 days. If you say no, it's going to take about 30 days. All right. So that's the government thing that's important, right? That's important to have that government thing hooked up. When you say yes, then you get that thing in 3 days. No adverse action on business. Yeah, that's true. All right. So cool. We on the same page, Mr. Greg. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, so we went over all this fundability stuff, right? Anybody got any questions on setting up your business before we go? We talked about setting up your business properly, how important it is. It's the most important piece, the ABCs, right? And we talked about your business credit reports and how it's important to access your business credit reports, right? Now we're going to go over actually doing something. Now we're actually going to build some business credit, okay? Now, but I had to tell you this most important stuff first, right? The setting up of the business, understanding your business credit reports. But now we're going to go and do something, and it's not that easy. We're going to go and get businesses to give us credit when we got no credit, and they have to report to the business credit reporting agencies. Well, first of all, not that many businesses are going to give us credit when we got no credit, and only 10% of all businesses in America report to the business credit reporting agencies because they're under high guidelines and restrictions to even be able to report. So it's hard to find those companies, okay? All right. So we're going to look for these net 30 accounts, which means they're going to give us a little bit of credit. And when we get something on credit, we need to pay it off in 30 days. Cool? All right. A business and the purpose of getting, we're going to get these net 30 accounts. The purpose of these is to create a credit profile, right? We don't have nothing now, right? We're just setting up. So right now we're going to set up the profile so that we can go to where we need to go. Okay? All right. What's up to everybody that's coming in? I see y'all coming in. All right. So a business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is, with small amounts of credit. The business can be approved for small credit amounts to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial accounts in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. Cool? All right. And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as an EIN number and a 411 listing. Okay? Peep that. Now, here are some vendors who will approve you for initial credit now, even if you have none. The starting spot is Maverick. Take notes, get this piece right here. Maverick Office Supplies. If you go to /vendors, if you go to /vendors, you'll see the Maverick. And there'll be a link in there. And it'll give you the homeboy hookup, right? So Maverick Office Supplies, that's a good starting point. Check out the CEO Creative on that page also, right? Now, on the right-hand side here, we got Granger. Granger sells work supplies, right? Gloves, uniforms, helmets, right? Boots, right? And tools, right? Barnett is a Home Depot company. They sell anything Home Depot sells. And Uline sells mostly janitorial supplies, right? Janitorial supplies and packaging supplies, stuff like that, right? So that's the good start for y'all right there. These are the real starter vendor accounts that will give you credit when you have no credit, and they report to the business credit reporting agencies, okay? Some vendors will require an initial prepaid order before they can approve your business for terms. It's good to know this so you don't run into something you didn't expect, right? So if you got nothing on your credit report, a company like Uline, they may ask you to go make some prepaid purchases with your business first before they give you this net 30, right? That's just a heads up. But this is what you need. This is the goal. You need to have a total of at least 5 net 30-day pay accounts reporting. Okay, that's the first goal. These 5 net 30, right? Miss Allison, did you get those 5? So let me have to run back and get them for you now. All right. What you say?
Yeah, I got it. I get the catalog for Uline.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure you ain't missed that. All right.
I
So
got it.
boom. So Bussy, we got the car here. See, the car got the number 5. That's the goal right now, to get 5 of these net 30s. So the car got the number 5. And check out the smoke, right? The car got the smoke on it, right? But check out his face. His face is like, yo, I got credit, nigga. Excuse me. All right, let's go. And now we're ready to go, right? Now you see, each step is needed for the next step, because the next step is revolving accounts. These revolving accounts, they need you to have credit, okay? So you just can't skip those net 30s and go to the revolving, because they need you to have credit. Henry's dying. Oh, he's dying because he's a journalist and he saw me slip up on the tongue out here. All right. So we got, after 5 trade lines are established using vendor accounts, obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. Okay? This is where we want to be. This is where we want to be. Most major stores do offer business credit, but they will not advertise it. Okay? Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, BP, Chevron, Racetrack. There's a whole bunch of them. But if you go up in there without nothing already on your business credit profile, 100% chance they're going to decline you. Okay? Now, some businesses, this is all they really need to get going. A gas card to get their truck up and down the block. Another person may need a Home Depot, right? To get that wood for the rehab, right? Another company might need an Office Depot and a Sam's Club to rock what they do, right? So some things you can piece together. See, in funding your business, you can't think of it like, yo, I'm gonna get this 150,000 at one whop. That's not realistic, okay? What's realistic is you figuring out what you need to purchase, and then now let's figure out how to finance it. There's different programs out there, right? To finance, to deal with different things. So y'all can schedule a finance assessment with me so we can get the thought process on how to get you funded, right? For your particular business. Everybody's different, right? So once 10 accounts are on the credit, right? The first goal was to get 5, those 5 net 30s. Then we got 5 more revolving accounts. Now the goal is to have 10 on the credit report. When we got 10 on the credit report and we've been paying it on time, lenders look at us like we can pay a bill on time. And that's what they want to see, right? I can pay a bill on time, all right? All right, so once you got 10 on there, now you can start applying for business credit cards. Now, if you do this on your own and search out there for business credit cards, you're going to get these credit cards. It's like Capital One that say they're a business credit card. It even has it on the card. It says business credit card. But when you ask them who they report to, that's the question. They say TransUnion. That's not the business credit card I'm talking about. I'm talking about business credit cards that report to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, or Equifax. Okay? And those are hard to find. Okay. It is essential to keep using credit, keep applying for more credit, and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. Okay? So you get one of these revolving accounts, you use it more than often. You pay it. They want to see you making payments, like 3 payments on time. Then you call them up and say, can I get an increase? You want to increase your limit and try to get it up to 10,000. If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher limit credit lines are obtained in about 12 months, okay? This is not something that's going to happen just like that. It's going to take some time. I ain't going to lie. In my system, it'll take you about 12 months. If you do it on your own, I bet you take more than 12 months to get up to those 10 trade lines. That's the standard. Now, building business credit is a never-ending thing. You don't stop at 10. You keep going, right? You keep building. And businesses that are active and doing business, they have stuff they need to pay, like they got to use gas, right? All this stuff is just built in to the business. And if you're operating your business and managing your money properly, lenders want to see you use credit to operate your business, right? We got a couple comments up in here. Let me see what we got here. Tiffany, will we be receiving a recording copy of this meeting? The answer is absolutely yes. This is being recorded and will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. You'll get an email. If you know the website is businesscreditbuilder.us, and there's a YouTube button on there. So peep the move. Greg says, is that 10 net 30s? No, you can get as many net 30s as you want, right? But the first goal is to have 5 net 30s. Once you get those 5 net 30s, then you go and get 5 revolving accounts. And you just keep on getting more. It's a never-ending process, right? So you just keep on getting them. But the idea is to get up to 10, because having 10 trade lines that you pay on time looks really good to a lender, right? If you got 20, you're looking even better to a lender, right? Your fundability is growing, right? No doubt about it. Tiffany says, thank you very much. Greg got another question. How can you tell the difference between accounts that report and ones that pump fake and don't report? Okay, good question. On the pump fake, okay, so there's 2 things you need to ask every account that you have. The first question is, who do you report to? That's going to let you know if they're reporting to the personal credit bureaus or the business credit bureaus, right? If they say TransUnion, you know. If they say Dun & Bradstreet, you know, right? So if they reporting to the personal credit bureaus, then that's where you make your own judgment call whether or not, well, is this valuable enough for me to use my personal credit? Some accounts are valuable enough to use your personal. I have clients that don't touch the personal at all, right? But some is valuable for a particular vendor, or it's valuable to get to their next step, right? So that's what you have to decide, right? Cool. Boom. Henry got a question. I have a loaded score of 72. A score of 72, I'm gonna say. Experian 46 and Equifax 424. My personal credit is trash currently, 5 net 30s. What do you recommend should be my next step? That was your payday score was 72. Okay. Experian. Okay. I would pull my credit reports because that's how I know how to read and determine. So there's different stuff on your credit reports, particularly your Experian credit report. On your Experian credit report, it's going to have the reasons why your credit is not that good on that area, okay? It's going to say the reasons, all right? It could be partly your industry, okay? Because there are industries that are high risk and bring your score down, okay? So there's many different reasons. I have to look at it and analyze the whole credit reports to really say, okay, this is the step you need to make. And a lot of times it is adjusting the NAS code at the Secretary of State. Sometimes it's adjusting that. Sometimes it's paying down on some bills, on some accounts that have high utilization. Sometimes it's paying down on the high utilizations, right? Sometimes it's adding more accounts, okay? And sometimes it's just making some on-time payments, okay? So your score might be down because you had a late payment or something, right? So a lot of times, if you have a late payment, an on-time payment offsets that, okay? So I hope I answered that question, Mr. Henry. Yes. That was a good one. I like that question there. Okay, cool. All right. Where are we? I still got a whole bunch, y'all. I still got a whole bunch. Let's get out of here. Let's get this thing done. No doubt, Mr. Henry. Okay, here's a recoup, right? No skipping steps. Remember, I told y'all don't skip steps, right? 10 trade lines, high limit of 10. Cash business accounts will match the highest credit limit reports on your credit profile. After you get like 10 trade lines, you get access to the MasterCard, Visa, American Express, loans, and credit lines, okay? Now, I'm gonna give you all a bonus here. The bonus is 3 ways to get funding that the bank won't tell you about because the banks don't do this, okay? At the bank, the commercial bank, that's the best place to get money for your business, right? But the tool to do that is through the SBA, and a lot of us don't qualify. So of everybody that goes to a bank, all the businesses that go to a bank to get funding, 80% of those businesses are declined, okay? And where do they go? They are forced to look at alternative lenders. And there are a bunch of alternative lenders. Tiffany got a question. Hold up. Tiffany got a question. I don't understand 5 net 30s. What does that mean? Okay. Tiff, I was talking about once you got your business set up credible in the eyes of the lender, which means you have your name, address, telephone number, DUNS number, website, and you understand your business credit reporting agencies, then, and you got your DUNS number, then we're gonna start creating a business credit profile for you with 5 net 30 accounts, the starter vendors that I provided. And if you missed that piece, then this is being recorded and you can check out the recording because I mentioned 5 net 30 accounts to get, okay? So I hope I answered that. I need to keep going so I don't waste no time. All right. So check out the replay if you missed that. Bet. Okay, cool. Boom, boom, bam. So choose the lending product that is best for your business. Do you need a traditional loan or a line of credit? Would a working capital loan or an expansion loan work best for your business? So it's good to have somebody around that can tell you what's best for your business if you don't know, right? Because some things work better in different situations, okay? Choosing the right product to apply for can make all the difference. Okay, now I'm gonna go over these 3 items, right? And you may qualify for them now, you may not qualify for them now, but I give them to you so that you can understand the thought process that goes into getting funding for your business, okay? So, what we got here is cash flow financing. Cash flow financing is the most popular type of alternative funding today. These are cash advances that look at bank account management for approval. If you have more than $3,000 in deposits per month, you can be approved just based on cash flow. You don't even need credit for this, right? And remember, let me go back over the 3 C's if I didn't mention the 3 C's. The 3 C's of funding. 3 C's of funding is credit, cash flow, and collateral. These are what lenders are definitely looking at. Credit, cash flow, and collateral, right? So this product here is cash flow financing, okay? Now, check this out. My lending partner for cash flow financing is David Allen Capital, okay? Look at this page. David Allen Capital, you can get approved in 10 minutes just on your telephone right now, okay? I'm trying to tell you, this is where the AI comes in, right? So this is what happens. From your phone, you can put in 5, it's about 5 questions they got, right? You put in your 5 answers, and one of them is how much money you make in a month. So depending on how much money you make in a month, from 3,000 to 5,000, from 5,000 to 15, and above 15,000, it automatically sends you to the lender that you need to see, and automatically will approve you. Now, I'm gonna tell you, this cash flow financing is not for everybody. It's not for startups, definitely, because you got to have cash flowing, right? It's for businesses already in existence that come across a problem, and every business comes across a problem. They might need to have their payroll this Friday. They might have a piece of equipment that went down and they need that piece of equipment up and running like right now. This is what this is for, emergencies, right? Because it's costly. Greg, we got another question. Those be predatory lending, don't fuck with them interest rates. Okay, high as, you right? Okay, so Busted, this is the thing, right? But check this, Greg. The thing is this. It costs to be the boss. If your business needs money, then, and they got these interest rates, right? You have to determine whether or not it's worth it for you, right? So let's say you got an opportunity to get $100,000, but it's going to cost you $10,000 to get access to this 100. Now, if you are just going to spend that 100,000, then it ain't worth it. But if you're going to take that 100,000 and make 200,000, then spending 10,000 is way worth it. You follow me? So that's how you got to think on that, right? If the business need access to money, money ain't free, right? And see, successful businesses, they never use their own money either. Because let me give you an example real quick, right? I see you got a question. Let me give you an example real quick, right? Let's say you got $100,000 cash in your bank, you just sitting on. Then you got a nice idea. I got this idea. This shit gonna work. It's gonna work, no doubt, right? Now, if you use your money and the Department of Labor says that 75% of all businesses are going to fail in 5 years. Okay, so that we already know, and lenders already know that 75% of all businesses will fail in 5 years, right? So let's say you got this 100,000, you put up your 100,000, right? Because you know this is going to work, but you get caught up for whatever reason, and you in that 75%, right? Whatever reason, right? Now, that means you just lost 75,000. But if you got a loan for that 100,000, then now when they come, your business fails, right? Let's say you in that 75%, your business fails, you can't pay this 100 that you just borrowed, right? Well, where are they coming from? Where are they coming to? They're coming to the owner of the business. They're coming to the business assets. They're not coming to the person at the business. They're coming to the business assets to get that money. Like Trump. I'm just saying, all right? This is how business is done, right? That's why you incorporate to get that liability out of your personal stuff, right? All right, so sometimes it's worth spending that little. I done went off a tangent. I done went to a tangent, Greg. Yeah, that's cool. But if you're getting 20 grand within a 45% interest rate, well, that 45 interest rate, that is predatory right there off the rip. All right. So you already know. All right. You don't go into dumb stuff, right? You don't go into dumb stuff, right? Okay, cool. Let's go. All right, let's go. All right, what else we got? Okay. Collateral-based financing. Some types of acceptable collateral include accounts receivable, purchase orders. Accounts receivable is like for companies that can batch and sell their invoices, like freight companies can batch and sell their invoices, right? Their accounts receivable, if you got a whole bunch of people owe you, you can sell those invoices. Purchase orders is for people that got government contracts, right? Government contracts. With a government contract, you can't go into the bank and get a loan, but there are alternative lenders that will mess with you with that government contract. Because to them, that's straight money. Stocks, bonds, 401ks. Those type of investments stay intact. Well, you can get a business loan on that stuff. Revenue lending, inventory, and equipment. If you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan. Insurance agents have what they call the book of business. Greg is dying laughing out there. Okay, Beth. Yeah. All right. Now, this is the third way. This one here, unsecured credit. Unsecured credit. We have a program that's called the Credit Line Hybrid Program. Okay. If you go to the funding page, you'll see all the details about the Credit Line Hybrid Program. I'm going to run it down to you off the top of the dome. This is good for startups, but it's good for all businesses that have good personal credit. So this is how it goes. They look at your personal credit. You need to have a 685 FICO score or above. They look at your personal credit. They look at the highest revolving credit line that you have. Then they match that credit line up to 5 times on 5 business credit cards. And remember, I said business credit cards report to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay, so you got 685 or above. Let me give an example. The limit on this is having access to 150,000, right? So let's say you got a Home Depot card on your personal. It got $30,000 credit line on it, right? Limit on it, right? Then they're gonna match that 30 up to 5 times on 5 credit cards, for a total of $150,000, and this can get done in 3 weeks. Okay, there's a pro and con on this one too. The con on this is there's a 10% success fee after the fact. So once you get the card, you can pay them off with the cards. Okay. Okay, so that's the credit line hybrid program. How we doing with time? All right, we got a few minutes. Okay, let me get out of here. Okay, so like I said, we're like a brokerage firm of lending, right? We have all these different types of lenders that lend to businesses. Okay, so we have private money, private investors, right? We have private investors, we have venture capitalists and equity financing. Okay, you know about crowdfunding. We also have specialized funding for equipment, signs, and vehicle wraps. So equipment is trucks. Equipment is a fleet of trucks. It's machinery to operate your business. Okay, that's how I even started this business credit thing, is because my client had a freight company and he was buying trucks. Okay, that's how I even got started with this. And I know it works because there are companies out there that all they do is finance equipment. Okay, that's all they do. And how that works is you go get the invoice from the dealer, you bring the invoice to the alternative lender that does equipment financing, and they just pay they just pay it off. You go pick up your truck or trucks. Okay. All right. That's how that works. Boom. Now, how to easily get business credit and financing all in one place. The Business Credit Builder is powered by the Business Finance Suite. Now, on my website, businesscreditbuilder.us, at the bottom of each page, there are video testimonials of my clients that explain to you how easy it is or what they had to do to get their funds, right? It's the ultimate solution. Business Credit Builder, powered by the Business Finance Suite. It's the easiest and the fastest way to get money and credit to build and grow your business. It's a simple solution. This is what you get. You get business credit for your business that's not linked to your social through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Our cutting-edge technologies helps you meet credibility requirements before you apply. I didn't tell you about this piece, right? So when we help you build your business credit, we build business credit in 4 tiers of vendors. Each tier of vendors will give you 15 vendors and say, pick 3 of these. Then you'll go pick 3. You'll set up the account, buy the item, pay the item. Then we're going to tell you to pull your credit reports. We're going to teach you how to read your credit reports. Then we'll know by reading the credit reports when to go to the next tier of vendors. Okay? Okay. All right. Right. And when we give you these vendors, this is the point that I wanted to make. When we give you these vendors, we give you all the underwriting guidelines, everything you need to know, who they report to, what they sell, what you need to qualify, so that you're not wasting time. You already know when you need to apply for this and when not to apply. You're not wasting time, okay? If you do this on your own, you'll just be going to look for vendors and first trying to figure out if they report, and then how do I qualify? Well, I'm gonna tell you, if you ask them, how do I qualify? They're gonna tell you, fill out this application, and I'm gonna tell you if you qualify. Now you're wasting time, okay? Because some of them you're not gonna qualify for. So you need to know if you qualify for them to waste the time to fill out the application. So we have a staff that this is all they do all day, is keep in contact with all these vendors and know exactly what is needed to qualify. And we give you that information, saving you time. Okay, you get access to discounted business credit reports. I told you all about the $25 hookup. We have the largest supply of starter vendors. Remember, I told you about the starter vendors, and it's hard to find those, and those vendors change regularly. All right. So we have the largest supply of starter vendors. We have a massive selection of revolving store credit with underwriting guidelines. We have the hard to find cash credit sources, the business credit cards, right? And no personal credit check or guarantee is required. We have access to the cash flow financing, collateral-based financing, the credit line hybrid program that we have, private money, all that stuff. Our most popular product is the credit line hybrid program, where you can get up to $150,000 in 3 weeks. Peep game. Now, our core package, this is what my clients get. They get their own control panel. It looks something like this. You go into the control. Now, it don't have all these buttons because this is like my reseller thing, right? But if you go into it, it gives you the course content. We're going to take you through every single detail of building up your business credit, every single detail in the order that it needs to go. So we go in here and, like, for instance, one of the first questions will be, you have a business name? You'll say, yes, I got a business name, and go to the next step. Or you'll say, no, I don't have a business name. Then it's going to teach you how to get this business name. There's going to be a video on how to get this business name. And if you still can't figure it out, there's an advisory staff that you can call or email to get this business name. And this is the type of instruction that we give you throughout the whole process. You'll never do this alone. There's always somebody right there willing to help you figure out what you're missing, right? Okay. Now, remember I told you about the vendors. Here goes Racetrack. This is the type of information we give you for each vendor, all right? This is the type of information. Okay, this is Racetrack. They report to Dun & Bradstreet. Their terms is revolving. You get the telephone number, their fax number, the description of what they sell, how to qualify. You need an EIN number. You need a DUNS number. You need a paid debt score of 78 or above. You need to a preferred be in business for 3 years, right? You need a business entity, and you need to have your phone number listed with 411. I told you about that, right? There it is. Word is born. And there's a button right there that you can apply right on the screen. Okay, that's how we do it. Boom. Now, here goes one of my clients, Christine. She got all of these approvals in 6 months, but not everybody can do this. She's a stay-at-home mom. Her husband's a truck driver. Miss Allison, see? Her husband's a truck driver. She at the crib. But the reason why she's able to do this in 6 months is because she's at home all day. Not everybody can do this. We got stuff to do in the normal course of a day. So that's why she's able to do this in 6 months. Sprint 2,000, Amazon 4,500, Tractor Supply 5,000, Exxon 5,000, Fuel Man Fleet 6,000, Fuel Man Fleet, that's the bomb. I'm telling you. BJ 7, BP 8, Lowe's 10, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Whew. See, this list is over 250,000. Follow me now. Come down, selector. All right. That's how we do it. Okay. Why the business finance suite is perfect for you? You get your own business credit advisor that offers concierge service for 12 months. You get your own finance officer that helps you get the best financing for your business. Okay, here's a quick summary, and we're going to get out of here. We can open up question and answer, whatever we want to do. Boom. You get your own business finance suite control panel, right? I told you about the control panel, discounted business credit reports, free DUNS number, largest supply of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to cash flow, collateral base, unsecured, and private money sources. This usually will take you up to 18 to 24 months if you did it on your own. If you do it with us, it'll take you about 12 months. But I'm going to tell you, everybody does this at their own pace, all right? Some people can do it fast. Some people do it slow, right? It's all about how you organize and do administrative tasks, right? Okay. So I got two packages. We're going to run over these real quick and get out of here. I got the core package, is what I explained to you already with the control panel. And you get the advisors, the finance team, right? All of that is included in the core package. The business credit building program is a one-on-one consultation with me for 1 year, okay? You don't have access to everything that you get with the core package. You don't get your control panel. You got me doing it one-on-one with you, all right? So here we go for the core package. Get started today as part of this seminar, and you can get started with a huge discount on our premier enrollment plan. It usually goes for $4,400. All right, this page is old. This page is old. Let me give you the new rundown. The new rundown on the core package is this. It costs $29.95. You can make your own deposit and payment schedule, okay? Starting at $950 down and pay it out for 6 months, right? So if you use a higher deposit, your payments will be lower. If you do $950, then you'll have 6 payments of $341. Now, a way to save money is a single payment of $22.50. You can do this at any time. A single payment of $22.50 saves you $750. But if you're interested today and you think this thing will work for you, $14.50 today will save you over $1,500 on an amazing investment, okay? Gregory, your energy is unmatched. I rocks with it. That's how we do, Nick. Oh, that's how we do it. No doubt. Okay. Okay, so that's the core package. Business credit building package. This is the one-on-one. This is how this usually works. The one-on-one package. This is how this usually works. It's me and you, and we're talking about once or twice a month, and we're strategizing what vendors to get, when to make a purchase, when to make a payment, when to pull the credit reports, how to read the credit reports, when to go to the next tier of vendors. And we're doing this, all right, for 1 year, right? This one goes, all right, this is old info. No, this is basically the same deal. Here we go. It's $995 is the cost. You can get down with a $400 down payment and make 3 monthly payments to finish it off, right? Or you could do a single payment of $750 at any time. You could do a $750 payment at any time and save $250. Now, if you think this package is the one for you, then you could get down for $450 today, single payment, okay? That saves you what? Over $500 that'll save you, right? So you got the rundown, right? Okay, that's how we do it. Now, let's say you can't afford that. We got these ebooks that start at $10. Just go to /ebooks, right? Right? Boom. And then I got, oh, check this out. On my blog, on the blog, there's a whole bunch of information for the free, all right? At the blog, there's so much information, it's ridiculous, all right? You got all these social medias. My Spotify is off the chain, right? Spotify podcast is off the chain, right? Check that. And get started today. Schedule your free business credit consultation by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. Does anybody have any questions of anything that we talked about? Business credit, funding. Who's always up in here? Greg, I know you got a question. How long does this deal last? Waiting on the deal to close by Friday. Let's see, Greg. Schedule your business credit consultation, right? You wholesale real estate. All right, schedule a consultation so we can talk about your situation, right? I'll honor whatever package you want to get down with. If you go ahead and schedule that, schedule your free business credit consultation now, and I got you. All right. That's Greg. Greg St. Clair up in the building all night. Who else got questions? Who else got questions? Word, run it. Miss Allison, I know you got something. Otherwise, I'm gonna pull something out of you. Come on now. You gotta say something. You gotta turn on your mic first now.
I'm good. I'm listening.
Okay, cool. You staying up? All right. Who else? Tiffany, I know you got something. You was up in there a little bit. Tiff, what up? Don't be quiet now. This is the time to get busy. All right.
No, I'm not quiet. I'm just at work. I drive trucks. Excuse
all
me.
All right. That's a bet. That's cool. So if I know that if you needed something, you would have said something. All right.
Yeah. So I'm new at this. And I was very, very intrigued about what I was hearing, which is very, very informative. I would love to start one of the programs to be a part in a bunch of them, because I don't have a business yet, but I'm working on it. I do have a LLC.
Okay.
But I just don't have the other part to coincide with this LLC. I just came up with a name, decided to have one just in case I may need it. And I do, because it's either opening up my first salon.
You're a truck driver? Oh, okay.
Opening up my first salon or getting me a first truck. See, I don't know too much about it until what I heard you say, that you can really, they can help finance you a truck. Because I like to have a contract with a company by myself. I want to work for myself. I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather drive on my own hours.
If you know the trucking business, it's going to be easier getting a truck than starting a salon.
I kind of thought so. I really thought so. So I would be trying to go down that road, but I would love to have someone to help me, because I don't know too much about it. I don't want to be steered in the wrong direction. I want someone that's going to be in my corner to help me.
And I'll tell you, and I'll tell you, this stuff about the business credit and accessing funding, it's easy and it's stuff that anybody can figure out. But if you're starting from scratch and you don't know stuff, it's going to be a learning curve. You'll learn. It'll just be a learning curve, right? It'll take you a little bit more time, right?
Correct.
So it's good. Let's see. Greg came out the sleeve with a question. Can you speak on the importance of a business name, like having trucking or real estate in your name is a big red flag? Okay. Do I sell a list of trade lines? Henry, I'm gonna deal with that question first. Do you sell a list of trade lines? No. I show you how to build business credit for real. Not the shortcuts. I show you how to do it for real. Buying trade lines on your personal credit, that's a shortcut, right? If you buy trade lines on your business credit and Dun & Bradstreet find out, they're gonna make your DUNS number invalid. Okay, so those shortcuts are no good with business credit. Just so you know. Okay, let's get back to what Big Greg said. The importance of your business name, like having trucking or real estate in your business name. Right. So he already knows. Greg already knows that trucking and real estate companies are high risk to lenders. So you should be making your name for your business, one that they don't notice that. And then when you put your NOS code for at your Secretary of State, you pick a industry that is a code that is not as risky, right? Now, I'm not saying lie on your NOS code, but I'm saying you can pick one that is not risky and still be okay with where you are, okay? There's a way to do that. You know, just don't pick the NOS code that's risky, right? Yeah. So you have to, there's an article on my blog about risky, high risk, and lenders that they just don't mess with, right? Like the cannabis industry, that's a high risk, right? But now there are alternative lenders that are doing that. Then I got some lenders that are doing cannabis lending now. So the alternative space is opening up for these type of industries. Okay. Henry said, thank you on that one. Yeah. Just no shortcuts on that. Miss Johns, do business credit goes by your personal credit history? Sanita, you must have came in late, right? So this is gonna be recorded and put on my YouTube channel, because at the beginning, I let you know that we build business credit on your EIN number and has no relation to your social, no relation to your credit, all right? We're building business credit that is built on your EIN number alone, all right?
Yes, I did come in late. I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
I do have an EIN. I also have a LLC. And another question I have is, do they have can you change like your description of your LLC? Because mine is transportation, but if I wanted to do it, like for example, to real estate, can I change it?
Yeah. In Georgia, it costs $20 unless you're doing at the annual registration time.
Okay. I just annually register. I mean, I just did my annual report. So
Right. So then they're
I
gonna
gotta
charge
wait
you
another
20.
year.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm in Chicago. I'm in Illinois.
Okay. I don't know what they charge up there then.
Okay.
Yeah. I
All
just
right.
came from up there too.
I'll get it with you. Okay.
Word. I was at the Lowe's downtown, right on the water. All right. Who else got a question? And right, Greg, just say consultant or something like that, right? Like I like to look at like stuff that say administrative stuff, right? Stuff that you can do from home that don't have a lot of transactions, right? If you have a lot of cash transactions, then that gets you more risky. All right, any more questions, everybody? All right, y'all want a bonus? Y'all want a bonus note, or y'all ready to go?
Bonus.
All right, here go a bonus. When it comes to these vendors, right? Some lenders, some vendors, right? Some net 30 accounts, some revolving accounts will not report your payment if you buy the item and pay for the item in the same month. You see that? So I got a strategy. If you buy the item and pay for the item in the same month, they may not report. That's not good, right? So this is the strategy. First, you have to know who they report to, and then you got to know when they report. Most vendors report at the end of the month. So what I would like to do, let's say I got a vendor that reports at the end of the month. I'm going to make this purchase about the 25th of the month. so that when they report at the end of the month, it looks like I owe for this item. And then I'm going to pay for this item in the first week of the next month within 14 days, right? Because if I pay within 14 days and they send that report into the business credit reporting agencies, that report is going to say I paid early. If I pay between the 15th day and the 30th day, the report says I paid on time. If I pay on the 31st day, that report says I paid late. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I got that bonus in there. Greg ain't even know that, and Greg know like 90% of all stuff out here. He know 90%, and he ain't know that one. Word is born. Chicago, Chi-Town in the building, Tiff. No doubt. Windy City. Windy City up in here. Yeah. Yeah. So how was that bonus? That bonus threw you off key, right? I learned that the hard way. Okay. I learned that one the hard way. All right. I didn't see my trade line hit my report, and I'm saying, WTF, where's my shit, right? So I figured out that I paid them too early. I was too fast on the draw. They didn't report it. So then, it took me 3 months to even figure that part out. And then I had to do the whole transaction again to actually get them to do it, right? So having a consultant right with you helps. It saves time, right? And remember, the idea is to get these trade lines. So you have to be aggressive at getting these trade lines, right? You got, but not be ridiculous and just get trade lines that is just wasting, right? You get trade lines that's trying to help you, right? Sometimes you might have to get something that ain't that good, right? So one time, right, I went to this company called DigiKey, right? DigiKey is one of those, like a tier 2 vendor, right? DigiKey, right? So I went to DigiKey and saw the stuff that they had, and I couldn't figure out what to buy. I just couldn't figure it out. There was like all high tech, technical stuff, right? So then I even called up the guy. I said, yo, man, just sell me something. Yo, I just need to, and you need to buy stuff that's $50 or more. If you buy stuff that's less than $50, they might not report, right? So I'm telling this dude, I just need to spend $50 and so I could get this trade line popping, right? So he couldn't tell me what to buy because it was all high tech stuff, right? So I hung up with the dude. Then I looked again at the website and I found these flashlights. I still got this flashlight. This was years ago. I still got this flashlight. It's a spotlight flashlight, right? It costs $35, right? And then I got something else, right? What'd I get? Some kind of necklace flashlight or something for $20, $50, boom. You see? So you got to just figure out, sometimes you got to do some thinking. A lot of times you got to do some thinking, basically. This business credit thing is not, it's all about your administrativeness, okay? Any more questions? I know we way over the time now. Anybody questions? And I'm sweating. And I'm sweating out here. What up? Any more questions? Nothing else? All right. B, your last chance. Run it. I know you got something in the back of your head. Come on. Come on, dude. I'm counting on you. Come on, B. Come on, G. Greg. Let's do it. All right. All right, Greg can't figure nothing out. He didn't drill me enough already. All right, who else was in there? There was somebody else that was kept on saying something. Where you at? Henry said he was saying some stuff. He got some good stuff in. Yeah. Tiff got some good stuff in. Who else? All right, y'all. I'm not gonna keep y'all. Y'all have a good one. All right. Peace, Greg. Y'all be good. I hope I ain't waste your time and mine. You know, it's okay for me to give information. I don't mind sharing information, you know, and that's just how we do it. Y'all got the information y'all need. Y'all know the website. I just said it 100 times. So I don't know what else I can say to y'all. And I'm getting tired. So boom, there it is. Peace and love, everybody. Y'all have a good one. I'm out like shout. One. Now let's see how we can creep out the back door.
You funny. You funny too.
Thank you. I don't mean to be funny. I'm just silly like that. All right. All right. Y'all be good. One.